Okay, welcome back to Heroes 3 for another part of the Inferno Insurrection. So in the previous episode I got caught out, simply put. So many heroes going all over the place, in and out of subterranean gates, in and out of monoliths. One of them did manage to take our rampart town from us, has stolen some of our creatures, and we now have to go and take that back. But I think we can just about get back to take this fight before the end of the week. Lots of magic elementals, not a nice fight at all. I think to make that work, we're gonna need to bring some backup units, and in order to get those backup units, we have to make a very expensive purchase, which is a town gate in both towns. That's gonna cost us a total of 20,000 gold. So that's gonna be difficult, but we can spend the time up to day 7 trying to save up as much gold as we can, and I think it should be okay. We have a couple of things we can do this turn, which is this very obvious thing right here. There's Galthran. No idea why he's put himself right in front of this base, but he's an incredibly easy target. So we're going to take him on straight away. I think this suggests that we win. We don't need to play this out, but I don't trust this, so I'm just going to go for... not haste. I'm just going to go for Magic Arrow. Okay, Vampire's Cowl, that's good to have. We could also go for this. I can't see any opponents around, so I think that's fine. The alternative would be to go to the east. Problem is, if we go too far to the east, I think we open ourselves up to be attacked from the monoliths. So let's go get the sawmill, and let's start coming back. One slight problem with that is I also want to get Caitlyn out, so let's do this temporarily. Go back to this base. We're going to get Caitlyn out, we're going to go and claim back the ore pit. The reason I'm claiming the ore pit is because I want to try and bait this hero to come and take it back, so that I can maybe attack them. Don't really want to spend my gold on beefing up this army too much, but I think that's worth a go. So we bring Caitlyn back, put her back in the town, then we go back to Sandro. Although before we do, we have Axis, who's going to go to the west, going to pick up anti-magic from this, whatever it's called, shrine. Pick this up, and let's go for the artifacts too. Then we've got Kaled, who's going to go up in this direction, and this is going to be to set up a chain next turn, so we can potentially go to take the Dwarven Treasury. We could also go to this, I guess. I think that's worth going to. Advanced Earth Magic, definitely good to have. Then we still have Sandro, who can still move, so we're going to take all of these units, and one more thing we're going to do is we're going to upgrade one more Devil. And the reason we're doing that is because we now have 2 separate Archdevil stacks, and potentially if we go for haste as well. We don't have expert haste, but if we go for haste as well, we can haste at least one more stack to cross the field and attack the Power Liches round 1. So we got at least 3 stacks that can cross the field, shut down the Power Liches. That should be enough, I think. This should be about as safe as it's going to be. Let's actually rearrange these, because yeah, I don't think they're going to form in any more than 3 different stacks. Do have to go around Fiona, which isn't ideal, but let's just do it. Let's go for it. Okay, so 6 losses expected, I think. Yeah, so it's 1 stack of 24. We should be able to do this with no spells and no losses. Should have actually gone forward with the Ifrit, but never mind. So they do about 90 damage, so we should be able to take at least 1 more. They can't get morale, of course. I think they went for a different stack that time. Not sure why, that doesn't really make sense. So these are 7 speed. These things are 8 speed, I think we can go forward. Then we go forward with these. Next round begins, both of our Archdevils should be safe. And we can finish them off. Okay, so 960 XP, we're going to go for Advanced Necromancy, and we're going to go straight for this. Not sure we got the best stacks for this. I think if we split our Archdevils, that does make sense. Maybe we want to split the normal Devils as well, although we can only haste 1 stack at a time. So I think this is fine. Let's see how many there are. I can't tell, but Either way, this should be winnable to such an extent that what we gain will outweigh what we lose. So I'm gonna check this out. So lots of dragonflies, that seems fine. Let's go for it. Okay, 2 losses expected, we just accept that. We replace those with the 4 wyverns. I hope that the wyverns come in... Oh no, they don't. Okay, so the skeletons come in first. We're just gonna let the skeletons go, or in fact, we could just keep them. That should be fine. Alright, so we've got 4 wyverns, and we can now go slightly closer to the next power liches. I'm hoping we can go for the power liches, come back, hand the units to Christian. Christian hands them to Caelid, and Caelid can go for the Dwarven Treasury. Then the turn after that, we can either go to the east, because I actually think this might be an opening. Which means... I just go for this. I don't have it. Okay, some of these heroes I'm pretty sure have View Earth. If not, maybe it's just this guy. Does this tell us? No, okay, that was a waste of time. I think this might be a way through, and if it is a way through, it might actually lead us to what I think is a 3rd Inferno town, which I definitely want to go for. So yeah, let's move Sandro slightly closer, and I think that's about all we're going to do. We could do some trading, try and get the Mage Guild in this town, but I don't think that matters too much. So let's probably just end the turn. Yeah, that all seems fine. Let's end the turn. So blue is really just all over the place, and we can see, yeah, they are actually quite close to one of our castle towns, or in fact both of them. So have to be a bit careful. Did not think he could travel that far. Okay. This won't be fun. So the flyers are just these things. Then they got the elves, but the elves are going to die pretty quickly. These things come across, so all of these scary stacks, in particular the unicorns, can't get through right now, so that should be okay. Let's absorb the retail. And I think the rest we just defend. We do have Magic Arrow, which we can go for twice. These other spells don't really help us too much. So I'm going to go for Magic Arrow on these, just because they have the highest defense. Then we should be fine to attack these. Alright, so the elves are dead. These guys come down and attack a 1-stack, that's completely fine. This time round we should just be able to go for this. And I'm not sure what he's going to do now. I shouldn't have said that. Okay, so he gets the way through. So next stack to move is the unicorns. Unicorns can't get past these centaurs. So we just go block this off. This should work. I could go for a hit and run. So these guys are 8 speed, these are 7. So the centaurs get to move. Erdeman's not going for any spells. I think planeswalkers do start off with spellbooks, but even so, I'm sure he would have gone for a spell by now. So I'm going to go for the hit and run. A little bit risky, but we do get away with it. Okay, so they finish those off. We're not going to let the unicorns through, we're just going to go back into the base. I'm going to block this off once again. Okay, so those are now finished off. So what we need to do for the rest of the fight is we need to keep jumping back and forth, going over the walls, and hopefully they won't catch us out. It's a bit risky, but it should work for now. That should still block them, I think. So we can go for another hit and run. This time round, I mean, I could go for it on the dwarves, but I would have to take retail from about 10 of them. So I'm going to defend. Next round begins. This time I wait, they go forward, they get the kill. And this time I can go for it. Might make more sense this time. I could also go for 2 kills on the unicorns. Try and win that way. Should only have to fight 1 stack at once. But I should be able to kite these 2. If we check the morale situation, they've got +1 morale. So the big risk here is the Dendroid soldiers. If they get morale, and they buy me in place, I then have to fight all 3 stacks at once. Although, if I fly across to here, I think even with morale they can't reach me, so let's do that for now. Okay, so next round begins. I can get out of range, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, no morale on those. And even with morale, those things can't reach me. Okay, so this is the risky round, because with morale, these guys could actually reach me. But I think there's still a good chance I win. I'm gonna go to this. We actually get morale ourselves, so that's good. Let's wait. They're gonna come and attack us. Maybe should have just gone across. Okay, so I can now attack something and move across. I've got 75 hit points. If I go for this, I can take the hit back. Oh crap. That's bad too. Oh, that's really bad. Because now they can bind us in place. Oh. Okay, misunderstood the turn order. We're fine. Okay, that's a relief. At this point, should be able to avoid losses. Let's keep out of the way. So they try and come across. Our towers are all still fine. No, they're not. Citadel's down. Arrow tower's still going. Just need to drag this out as long as we can. So these can reach us. I could just go for the attack. 5 left. 1 to 2 kills. I would if I only had to fight the one of them, but because I do have to try and fight both, I'm going to try and leave. Now we can just do this. So they're blocking off the dendroids, we lose another tower. We can go for these. Final tower goes down. We're still going to move away, try and kite. Okay, now we wait. So 2 kills if we go for this. We have 39 hit points left. I think we lose one more. No point kiting at this point. No, we don't. Okay, so 4 losses. We actually managed to take out Erdemon before he can flee. So I want to know if he has any movement artifacts, which he doesn't. Okay. Advanced Necromancy, Expert Necromancy, Basic Wisdom. That's actually a pretty good hero. So Tan doesn't take the bait. Orange is coming towards our castle town. Yeah, they're still kind of swarming all over the place. Orange almost reaches us. So the orange hero is weaker, which means I think... Yeah, I'm pretty sure we could have won that. Have to decide whether just to go and attack. So obviously with Ayden, we want to go up to this and take it back. So first things first, let's go back to this town for now. Let's tuck Fiona in the base. Then we go back to this, so we're going to get Octavia out. Although before we do, because of the monoliths and everything, I don't want to go chasing people down. But we can send Caitlyn out just to get our sawmill back. Put her back in the base. We take Octavia out. I'm gonna pass it over the breastplate of brimstone, and Silver Pegasi, I guess we can spare 1. Then we're gonna go straight to the south, and we're gonna go for the sawmill. Then back to Zarfax. I'm gonna pass this over, and let's also take the Gogs. So our morale situation should be fine if we do take the Silver Pegasi, and I don't think we need the Air Elementals at this point. Do we need the Pit Fiends? Maybe not. Just trying to give the Arrow Towers as much bait as possible. That seems fine. So in the town, I think 5 Ifrit should be fine for any of that stuff. So let's merge these together, split these, put them in the center, and Let's go for this. Okay. Not great losses. Arrow towers do take the bait. So spell situation, I think mass haste is the obvious one to go for. And let's just go across, get as many kills as we can, as quickly as we can. Ayden's still kind of weak, but I still want to go for multiple stacks. Okay, they go for the manticores, which is good. They're not necessarily a long-term stack. 3 losses to the Gogs is fine. So we've also got Frost Ring, which is 170 points of damage. Can we make that work? I don't think so. Well, we could make it work. If we move the manticores, we then get to move the Gogs, then we can go for Frost Ring. But there might be no need. So we kill these off first. The Frost Ring does 170 points of damage. These guys have 42 hit points left. I think this is safe. So if we kill about 6 of them... yeah, that should be fine. Okay. Then we go for this. Frost Ring, and that kills them off. Okay, that's much better. So we're pretty close to being forced into a bad choice. The thing is, I know that this university teaches offense. I'm not sure I want to go all the way back, but it is an option. So Ayden has very few movement points left. We're going to put ourselves in the town, and I think Mage Guild level 2 is definitely tempting. Let's just sort these out for now. So they've bought out all the creatures, which is fine. So going for Gem. Could do that. The main reason not to is just the gold situation. Okay, so let's look at what else we can do. So Sandro can go for this. Let's just get rid of these. Same situation again, although they should definitely form as one stack, but still. No losses expected. Expert Necromancy's fine. So we can still reach Christian, but we can't go much further. I think maybe we can justify this. Yeah, because Christian doesn't have far to go. That should be fine. Oh wow, okay. That took up more movement points than I thought. So we definitely take the artifacts. And we can still reach Caled, that's good. Let's go back to Axis. Let's pick this up. I do want to go to the windmill, but let's prioritize getting these artifacts across. Okay, so Christian goes up in this direction. Okay, so we take all the artifacts. Dead Man's Boots, yeah, I guess we'll take that too. Go up to Caled. Caled turns around, takes the creatures, takes the artifacts. We don't need any of this stuff, I'm pretty sure, although Ring of Conjuring could be useful. And we'll take slow too. Okay, so Horde of Hobgoblins we'll go for just to get them out of the way. Might as well go for the XP, no losses. Would like to go for the sprites, but the main thing of course is to go for the Dwarven Treasury. All our stacks are pretty good. They should be safe. Yeah, no losses expected. Expert Wisdom, 5,000 gold and 5 crystal. So we're very close to the point where we could get the... yeah, could get the castle gate. So, We're going to earn 10,000 gold, or in fact a lot more than that. 14,000 gold this turn. We can afford to spend at least 7k. I don't really want to buy any of this stuff, really. But I can turn troglodytes into demons at some point. Don't know if they really help me enough. Maybe I go for Medusa Queens instead. That's quite expensive, but they're going to stay useful as defenders. I'll go for that. Then I'll go for these, and I'm going to dismiss these because of the morale. And I think... So I've got 20 spell points. Okay. Alright, so gaining knowledge, definitely useful there. Still get our 20 spell points again, and this should be fine, I think. Okay, so quite a few losses expected. We'll see what we can do. They have some ranged creatures, but not too many. We just do 30 points of damage to these, that should be fine. I'm gonna try waiting first. Okay, so she's got Magic Arrow, but I think she's got at most just one more of those. Okay, let's shoot these first. And these guys can go across. If we attack these, they retell and they bind us in place. That's not great. These guys can reach the Wood Elves. What I could do is I could go for slow. I think I have slow. So 4 speed. If we drop them to 3 speed, they can still reach us. I think I just go defensive. Yeah, I'm going to save my spell points for now. I'm going to wait so the Dendroid soldiers come a bit closer. Let's take the retail with these, that should be fine. Okay, so Dendroids come closer. I didn't actually check the morale. They do have positive morale, so that was a bit risky. Trying to think which to go with. So if I go for slow now, thing is my manticores can't get too far. But still, that should be fine. I'm gonna slow these. Then let's go for the block. And let's attack them. 6 to 9 kills, I think we go for this. Okay, so because we're a 2-hex unit, they can still reach us. In that case, we shouldn't go for that. On the other hand, they can't reach us if we attack these. So let's do that. Finish them off, we actually get morale. These guys can't reach us. Let's go for these. Okay, so they actually get morale. So the positive morale does kick in, but they can't reach us because of slow, so that kind of worked out. Didn't go to plan, but it still worked out. We're going to try and get away from these, I think. These are 6 speed. I think that works. I could also attack these. Could do that next round. Yeah, I'm gonna leave these close. So next round begins, these guys can reach us. So maybe I don't want to wait in that case. If I go for these, we can be reached. Still got 5 spell points left, it's not enough to do anything, so... Let's just double check this. So the Medusa Queens can escape for 1 round. They can't escape these. So I think we're actually fine to wait. We move down. Wait with these as well. Then we attack these. They come forward, they can't reach us. These guys can. They bind the Medusa Queens, but we can attack these completely fine. Yeah, I could have spent more and bought more backup, that might have worked, but I guess we stay here. Because these are going to be doing half damage to us, we're still quite far away. Guaranteed 2 kills on these, 2 kills on these as well. Let's go for the bigger stack. I really didn't expect the Trogs to survive that, but that's cool. Okay, so we're no longer bound in place. We can move across if we want to. I think we still focus just on finishing these off. It does mean we have to fight the dwarves, but that's unavoidable. They don't attack us for some reason. I'm a bit confused by that, but that works. Okay, so we take some extra damage from the Wood Elves, but we should be able to reach them now, which we can. And 24 hit points, I think, should be enough. Okay, so these guys are out of ammo. Oh, they have 5 shots. I didn't realize this is how this works, so I'm next to the first aid tent, which means I can't shoot. That's kind of annoying. I guess we just go for this then. Should still be able to kite these. She's not going to flee, that's good. Okay, so 21 hit points to go. We definitely shouldn't go for this. Just gonna have to go fully kite. Okay, so at this point we can shoot. Kills off 3 of them. Yeah, this is kind of slow, but it's definitely the right thing to do. Might still need these creatures. Still got monoliths nearby. There we go, now she flees. Okay, that's fine. So Clavius has leveled up a few times, he's actually got quite good. We know that Vokil has the Vampire's Cowl. We could start using Clavius. The main reason not to, of course, is the expense, but I'm not too worried about that. Let's have another look at this. So if we go to the east, we should still be able to get back next turn with our creatures. Let's open this up. No point fighting them. Yeah, sprites give basically no XP, so that's completely fine to skip. So going back to this, I think maybe we can afford to keep investing in this. So the fort is the other thing we need. That's quite a big expense. If we go for that, then we have to trade. Get the castle gates next turn. But it's definitely worth going for. I think it should be fine. Yeah, if we want creatures by the end of the week, let's just do it. It's expensive, but it's definitely going to see a lot of use. Okay, so Zarfax can now go back to the base if he wants to. If we go underground, we can get an Imp Crucible. These guys do want to fight us. I didn't think there'd be quite that many, but okay. Okay, those things are faster than I thought, but never mind. If they want to kill the fodder, that's fine. I'm not sure what strategy I was going for here, but the main thing is we don't lose a Pit Fiend. So that's all good. We're going to recruit some imps, and what we could actually do is we could send Zarfax to the east. I don't know if we really need these Pit Fiends that urgently. I wonder if it's worth just going for this. So 4k left to spend, we're gonna save that, I think. We go back to this. Nothing else too useful to do. I'm gonna watch back the opposing turn one more time, because there's almost certainly gonna be something I've missed. So still have to look out for that blue hero. He's pretty close to Vokiel. Orange hero as well, right next to the other one. Okay, so just underground. Just here. Damakan and Ryland. Both pretty weak. Pretty close to the Rampart Town. Maybe Clavius could go chase them. So, on the other side of the monolith, I can't remember where these things go. So it's the kind of pixelated looking one. Other side of the monolith simply takes us back to here, which is completely fine. I think we go for this. So we don't have any spells to go for them with, but still. So Ryland can escape us, but we can hopefully chase them down. I'm gonna try and block the way through, and just to be absolutely sure, let's just go for 6 of these. Not a great expense, but does give us safety. Okay. That all seems fine, unless I'm forgetting something. We're just going to end the turn there. Okay, so blue looks like they're going for an attack on Caitlyn. Tan has taken a Pandora's box. Orange runs away. We can see pink. Pink is actually quite near us. Okay, so that's kind of concerning. Let's check this out first. So Valeska is not scary. I think the AI just doesn't comprehend that we do have a hero hiding out here. Adelaide doesn't really scare me either, but we do have the pink hero, which is a lot stronger. So if we go out, we have to be able to come back. I think maybe I upgrade the Archer's Tower. So, as far as Ayden goes, we can get back quite far. The alternative is we go to the east. We could try and take out purple. I'm going to view air. So purple is not too far from us. The only thing about that is we then don't have Ayden for the magic elemental fight. We go underground. Can see that town is still unclaimed. Okay, before we decide what to do, let's go back to Zarfax. I think we're going to be completely fine without the Pit Fiends for now. Gonna go for this. I should really take the gold. This has been opened up, I think. I'm going to assume it has. Hopefully I'm not cheating. Because sometimes Shadow of Death just puts the guards in the wrong place. So I don't really know what to make of that. But it does look like some of this stuff's been opened up, so I think that's fine. Okay, so we get ourselves a third Inferno Town. The good thing about this is if we spend 10,000 gold on this for another castle gate, we can then add it to the network without having to spend any more gold on connecting it to our other towns. So even though there are 7 different good aligned opponents on this map, we could potentially make a nice network of Inferno Towns. I'm just going to accept that. Okay, so we can't get into the base. It's day 5. Don't really want to spend my gold on this right now, so let's just go for the tavern. Nice and cheap. Then, are we safely able to defend this turn? I think we are. Yeah, I don't think Rissa threatens us that much. Maybe upgraded Archer's Tower. Might be worth going for. So, we don't need Caleb's units this turn. I think we want to see if we can actually get through. If possible. And in fact, if we do that, we could even build... Well, we need the Citadel. So, day 6 we build the fort, day 7 the Citadel. There's no way to make that work this week. Okay, wish I hadn't bought the tavern now, but never mind. Doesn't change things too much. I still want to find out if this is open, as it is in fact a dead end. Gonna do this for the XP. No losses, basic armor, let's go for it. Go through. And we should be safe to go for this. No losses. Not such a good one, but still. We go above ground here, we don't know what we get, but it is the sand terrain. Okay, so the main thing is we want to have a chain ready to go next turn. And I think we can. I think we pretty much already have. So Axis can stay roughly where he is, but we can go for this. Ayden, Throng of Demons. It's certainly tempting. The thing is, my spells aren't that good yet. I do have enough gold to go for the 2 town gates if I want to. I think what I definitely can afford to do is to upgrade this. And we upgrade these, that's only 750. If we recruit these, that's 5400, that's quite expensive. However, we can still easily afford 2 town gates next turn. So let's just do it. We do need more defenders. So Tan ran away from us. If we go through the monolith, that's going to take us to here, then they go across, they go through the monolith there. They come out here. Could chase him down, that puts me pretty close to Alamar, who I probably can handle. Yeah, I think we keep up the chase. The only other factor is we need to put someone in a town. So I could do that with Octavia. Let's just look through the heroes. So Axis obviously not. So the choice is either Octavia goes to the south, we pick up the sawmill, then we start coming back, or Clavius chases down our opponent. I think I want to go aggressive. If I can't reach, not even close. Wrong choice. Okay, never mind. Let's just go back. I didn't check the exact distance, maybe Caitlyn can still get back. Yeah, that's actually completely fine. Okay, so Valeska has my stolen rocks. I think I go for basic bless. She has a lot of spell points. Thought that was going to do a lot more than it did. Okay, so the sprites are pretty much no longer a threat. We can send these forward, and I think we can just come straight back if we want to. We actually get morale. 2 to 4 kills on these should be fine, but... is that the one to go for? I'm not sure. I'm gonna go for these. I lost the Cavalier. Could have prevented that. That was not wise. Don't think that was the right choice in hindsight, but never mind. Okay, fine. 1 Cavalier lost, that's not a big deal. Let's go back to the base, let's tuck her in, and we can now send Octavia to the south. Pick up the sawmill. And we still have Sandro who can move, but Sandro I think should stay in place. The only thing I could do is try and speed him up. Upgraded hellhole should be fine. Once we get that, we can start getting pit lords, we can start getting the demon farming going. 7 speed. I think that'll do. Maybe we go for another. So if we were to go to this, we couldn't then come back. Although, we don't really need her to. She needs to stay in the base actually, definitely. That would have been a big mistake, because we still need to move Ayden. Okay, so decision time. Do we go for a Throng of Demons? I think we do some trading, because if we get something like Blind, that becomes a lot more doable. Just need a couple of Mercury. We have got very good rates now as well. Okay, so no Blind, Disrupting Ray, Protection from Air, Fortune. Nothing good. It would probably be okay to do, but I'm gonna play it safe. We want to have as many units as possible. Although, I think this should be fine. I'm gonna do it. How bad is it? Oh crap, okay. Really? Oh wow, okay. What can I do? Frostring. Can't actually go for 3 stacks at once. Maybe that's not so good. So we don't have mass slow, of course. We do have access to some very good air magic spells, some very good water magic spells. If we were to go for the mass bless on the Ifrit, I don't think we can kill 1 stack at a time. I'm gonna start with haste, just to hedge my bets. Oh, that's too perfect for Frostring, even though I don't really want to do it. I think it just makes too much sense. So this is not Horn of the Abyss, which means we cannot use these to absorb retaliation. Unless we're already next to them. I think I can do that next round though. I'm gonna leave these here as bait. I'm gonna put these next to these. These guys... 6 speed, I can't really see that. So there is the risk of morale, but I think we're fine to stay put. Yep, okay, so 7 to 10 kills. Don't think I go for that this round. Next round begins. Frostring, 170 points of damage, 4 stacks at once, let's do it. Okay, so that's a total of 16 kills. Now we wait. We can go for an attack. I think we focus on this stack. Yep, let's go for it. Then I can leave these as bait. But no, I'm gonna defend. No need to risk these. I didn't really think those could reach me quite that easily, but never mind. Okay, so should be able to go for this completely fine. Once again, Frostring is the obvious choice. I think I will go for Bless at some point, but nice to actually be able to use Frostring for once. Now we move across the field for sure. Can leave these as bait if we want to. But I think we don't. So Ballista's gonna get destroyed for sure. Okay, that is another candidate for Frost Ring. And we should be able to start killing these off. Try this. The demons might go for them. We can finish off one stack if we want to. Let's kill these because they've got the lowest number of hit points. And let's block these in. Okay, they can reach me too. I could count these things, but I think it's fine. Main thing is the Ifrit don't take too much damage. We can go for another Frost Ring if we want to. I think obviously we do move away. Okay, so I think Bless. That is a pretty big increase in damage for both of these stacks. Increase the number of kills to 10. These still have a lot of hit points. And let's just check this. So 6 speed. I think they can reach us. Yep, so we can't avoid this stack of 11. So in that case, perhaps we just move back across the field. I hope this Pandora's box is something good. These guys can reach us. These guys can't. Next round begins. Frost Ring again, I think. Okay, so we can attack with those two, and we can keep these safe. Ah, crap. Okay, so they get morale. I think we lose another one, which yes we do. That's really annoying as well, because they're in the perfect place for Frost Ring. Okay, so Manticores are pretty much no longer relevant as a power stack, but they've done their job. Okay. Next round begins. We should be safe from these if we wait with these. These ones we should move to safety. If they don't get morale, we're going to be fine. Okay, 6 to 10 kills, still 85 hit points to go. No need to use any more spell points at this point. That was okay. Basic offense too, I forgot. We did want basic offense. We actually luck out in the end. I thought we might have got offered Earth Magic there, so that's okay. 10,000 XP. Advanced Defense, just 1 level for that, but still, that's fine. I think that was worth it. For sure, we didn't take too bad losses. So Sandro is definitely staying put. Let's just go through this again just to absolutely make sure. So definitely Axis is in nearly the right place. I think we go slightly further to the east. Sandro stays put. We've got 9k left to spend. We are going to earn 14,500, so we effectively have an excess of about 2,000 gold that we can afford to spend. It's day 5. I think we go Citadel. We have a good stack of Cerberus, so Kennels is also tempting. I'll go Kennels. Okay. I think that's fine, we're going to end the turn. I think we're in a good position here, but we'll see. One thing we have done is we have got 6 opponents left, and they've had a lot of time to take various places on the map. So Tan comes back with another hero, I'm not sure if it's a strong one or not. Everyone's approaching this base. Pink doesn't go for it yet. That doesn't change my plans. I can't reach the magic elementals this turn, but that's fine. Main thing is to do it before the end of next turn. Okay, so if we look through, mainly this base which is being threatened, so good thing we've upgraded it. So Eris is not strong. Sylvia we've seen before. Rissa I think could attack us. Ryland obviously is weak. Okay, that all seems fine. I might spend a little bit more just to be safe. Okay, so first things first, let's go back to Caelid. And let's at least open this stuff up. Okay, doesn't tell me too much. So we want to take on the Horde of Pixies. And we don't have enough movement points to go for the Imp Cache. Although, we can come back here on day 7, and that's completely fine. Because Ayden doesn't need these units on this turn. So I've already got Hypnotize, we don't want Misfortune, doesn't really matter. What I would like to know is whether this skill is worth going for. But not too many heroes available. Trying to figure out how close Clavius can get. Not close enough. I think Clavius needs to go back to the town. Or we could go south. We could clear out some of this stuff. We could even make it to the next Inferno town. We should spend some gold here too. I think maybe Town Hall for now should be fine. Or could go Marketplace first. So with it being day 6, if we were to start building up our creature supplies, we'd have to go 4 into Citadel or into Kennels. Doesn't really make too much of a difference either way. I think we keep it simple. Go Town Hall. Then we're going to go back to Zarfax. And can we actually scout any of this stuff? We kind of can. I'm going to take some weaker creatures just to be safe. Okay, let's check this out. So someone's definitely been here, but someone who was too weak to take the town. They must have come from this direction because the serpent flies are new. Okay, so there's a double Pandora's box guarded by a horde of gold golems. Okay, that's all fine. Alright, so Ayden should probably just go back to the base, get some of his spell points back. That would require us to go for Mage Guild level 1 this turn. Which means a few less creatures next week, but I think for the sake of getting almost an extra 100 spell points ready for what's going to be a very unpleasant fight, let's do it. Okay, so spells don't really matter too much. The main thing is just getting our spell points back. Clavius is going to go back towards the base, or in fact, did we decide on this? I mean, we could go for this stuff. Our bases aren't really threatened there. Plus, we can open up a way through to this. And it's quite easy to do. Yeah, let's just go. Let's just go through. Okay, so Octavia is going to go and pick up the gems and start coming back to the base, and then we go back into this base, Make sure we get as many movement points as possible. Kaled. Yeah, I think we're fine to go for this. In fact, let's go for these as well. So we bring Ayden the creatures next turn. We're going to go back to this. Anything we need to upgrade, we should do it now. Next turn's going to be complicated, but also hopefully really satisfying when it's done. Let's just double check this. So we don't really need the Wyverns, we can just keep clearing things out with those. Pit Fiends we can already upgrade, Ifrit we can already upgrade, and I'm kind of torn on the upgraded Demon Gate. I'm not sure if Infernal Demons or whatever they're called, I forgot what they're called, Born Demons. I'm not sure if they're really that useful to us. I think maybe we don't do that. I am going to build the Castle Gate. And I'm going to build it in this town too, next turn. So we have got some spare gold we can spend, but I think we save that. Or what we perhaps could have done is, we still know of almost no locations for Mercury Labs. So I think a couple of resource silos would actually be quite good. We do have this, we do have the Mercury here, which we can go for. Okay, I think that works. So we can afford to upgrade our devils. We should be able to afford to get a few more creatures. Yeah. I think that's all in a good position. Is it necessary to spend much more gold? I think we keep focusing on the Inferno towns. I do like this town too, and I think it has to be acknowledged that this town is constantly being threatened. So we should probably... I mean, Brotherhood of the Sword is super cheap. I know it's not super useful, but it is super cheap. Upgraded Barracks is definitely a good option though. Crusaders, very good defenders if we need them. These things are more expensive. Let's go for a few monks. I think that should be enough. A pack of genies is actually quite threatening. So let's just get some more of these as defenders. So next turn we need to have at least 10,000, and anything left we will spend on upgrading Inferno creatures, but I think for now it does make sense to just get some Crusaders. Just as insurance against the pack of genies. I think she might attack us. Okay, so Christian could actually take these units and carry on, but I want to make sure the chain still works. So Axis, and go a fair bit further. So if we send Christian for these, let's see how far Kaled can get. So Kaled can reach Axis, so that means Christian can afford to take the various units. Then we go for this. Might as well take them on for the XP. Advanced Logistics also very good. Imp Cash. Bit of extra gold, not too much, but still. And we can go for the Wolf Riders and come straight back next turn. What we could have maybe done instead is arrange the chain through the imps, but I think it seems fine as it is. Okay, I'm really at risk of confusing myself here, but I feel like that's all good. Battle Scholar Academy perhaps, but no need. Last thing I'm going to do is I really don't want to screw this up, so I'm going to watch this back one more time. Just make sure that no one is threatening us that we're not aware of. So there is the Tan hero there. We need to know what they have. There's also a Tan hero that comes up through the Subterranean Gate. Somewhere in the kind of corner of our vision. Let's check this out first. Here he is. Lab with her. She's pretty weak. That's fine. So the other thing was... somebody is just here. It's another Tan hero. I don't think they can reach us next turn. So that's fine, we end the turn. So if nothing terrible happens, we should now be able to... That's a strong hero there. If nothing bad happens... That actually looks like it threatens our third Inferno town. Okay, so pink is going to go for us. We are expected to lose. Have I done this wrong? Perhaps. I'm glad I bought the Crusaders. I really want to go for the Forsaken Palace. I want to ignore all of this. So the big threat, I think, is the genies. There's only 10 of them, so it's about as low a stack as you can get. About as low a stack that is called a pack. Okay, so Bless. Doesn't help monks too much. Doesn't make too much difference to marksmen either. Makes a fair difference to Crusaders. So Magic Arrow does 40 points of damage. Bless will increase our damage by more than that, and that's each round. And these guys reach, of course not. Okay, so the main thing is we want to attack these first, I think. So we wait. Actually goes and blinds those, so I'm glad I didn't cast. Okay, so no full-powered shot available to these two stacks, so I'm going to go for these instead. These guys can go for full-powered shot on these. Okay, so the towers go for the genies, which is probably the best outcome. This time round, we could try going for Bless, but I think another blind is coming, which it is. They go for those, they pretty much waste their turn on that. If I just go straight for the attack, don't have to worry about the retail. Well, we do, but it does very little. These guys can't get through yet. These guys can. I didn't really think about them. Could be a bit careful. Already waited with the Cavaliers, so gotta focus on them next. Yeah, because I've already waited with the Cavaliers, I just have to try and protect them. Lost one Crusader, but that's fine. They still have no way through. So at this point she can cast spells, but she can't do too much else. That's pretty much it. Nothing else she can do. She can get through with these, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm not sure why she's not going for blind. I thought it costs less than 9, maybe I'm wrong. I'm gonna risk going for Bless. Maybe the Cavaliers should block instead. Okay, so that does quite a lot of damage actually, that's not good. Kind of opens us up to the other players, but pink is one of the last players to move. Doesn't matter too much. I'm gonna bless these just to be safe. And what I should actually do, or have done, is use the pikeman as the block, but I think we can do this without losing another cavalier. Okay, so she flees. She has killed off quite a few of our defenders, that's the problem. Okay, so next round begins, or next turn begins. Go for the Horde of Wolf Riders. I don't think we'll take losses. Yep. So I could actually go for this. Open up the prison, and use the prisoner to get back. Take them into the chain. So I think, I thought I saw someone close by to this, unless I was thinking of somewhere else. Yeah, I was thinking of this. Okay, so that's Rion, and Rion is one of the starting heroes, I'm pretty sure. Green starting hero. Now owned by Tan. Several Firebirds. That's one of the relatively strong heroes. That's pretty close to this town. We need to start building this up. With it being day 7, we should be able to get some defenders in. I think Monastery does make sense. Did want to spend my gold on upgrading my creatures, but I still can. Hang on. I need the Citadel for the castle gate. Ah, that's a blunder. Oh, that's a real blunder. I have to go for it. Okay, so first off, well done to anyone who noticed my mistake and hasn't pulled out all of their hair. I kind of wanted to and I just realized, so I've taken a couple of minutes just to regroup and consider my options. Of course, something I forgot, selectively forgot, is that the castle gate needs the Citadel. So we can't actually get it in this town on this particular turn, which is a really bad situation, but also I think, although it really worried me, I think there's a way. Not a good way, but a way that doesn't make this whole episode pointless. So, we're gonna go for that way. I think it involves not going with this prison just yet. So what we need to do is put Ayden back in the town, and our best option is to get as many of these units as possible and chain them across, and just hope that the combination of 33 Evil Eyes, 12 Minotaurs, I mean it's not much, but it's gonna help us a bit. I'm hoping that's enough. I could also upgrade the Labyrinth. Yeah, not a good situation. I also have access to, of course, any units I can get from this town. So I could get 58 Imps, not too useful, but it's a thing. I could also go for Mage Guild level 2, which gives me potentially access to Blind, although that doesn't, of course, work against the Magic Elementals. The Forsaken Palace fight is completely fine. The only issue is the Magic Elementals. So anything that helps me with that, I have to go for. Maybe I go with Ammo Cart just to distract them. I mean, at least that's guaranteed, whereas Mage Guild level 2 is a risk. So I'm gonna go with that. We want as much fodder as possible. Okay, I'm prepared to spend all my gold because I don't need it for the castle gate this turn. So let's go back to this. Let's pick up whoever can move further, which I think is going to be Oris. Then we buy everything we can. Look at how expensive Evil Eyes are, they're ludicrously expensive. Okay, we've got a good supply of crystal, so we can get rid of that. I think this mistake is even worse than the mistake from the previous episode, but like I said, I don't think it's fatal. So we want Minotaur Kings. We can probably get rid of this, that should be fine. We can get rid of this. Yeah, did not consider that. Alright, so we can get a couple more of these, we can keep trading if we want to. This is going to help us a lot. We still have to buy an extra hero in the Rampart Town. Possibly an extra hero in the Inferno Town too, so need to save some resources. Also need to look for any extra gold we can get our hands on. So Christian might be a bit too far away. And maybe the Horde of Imps. We need more than what we have. What I could do is I could dismiss one of these heroes, but I kind of like all of them. Perhaps Sandro could go back to this, although I think Fiona, yeah, Fiona is in there. Maybe we dismiss Fiona. Not sure. Zarfax definitely goes back to this. That helps us. Okay, so last decision to make is, do we go for these? I think we don't. I think we go across to this. There's got to be a good side to this, which is that I guess we can keep exploring our starting zone. We do have to buy, I think, Uland. Yeah, horrible situation. Let's just double check this one more time. So, we can get some gems. Can Clavius bring his units? How close can he get? Kind of close. That's actually doable. A few extra manticores is going to help us. So let's ignore this. Go for these. They don't want to fight us. I don't want to fight them. These guys do want to fight us. I didn't expect that, but I will take the loss to a few skeletons. That's fine. Okay, so we can make it most of the way to Octavia. We need to get another hero. We need to get as much gold as we can. So what we can do is we can send Christian pretty close to this. Kaled can reach it. This is kind of desperate, but that's where we are. Alright, so back to Christian. Pass all of these across, pass all of these across. I could also maybe... I could give some of these artifacts over by fleeing with a hero. It's really just the Shield of the Damned. I'm not sure I want to do it. But for now, we would have to really flee on this, which I could do. But I think the main reason I'm doing this, of course, is for the extra resources. So we'll go for them. We can do it with no losses for sure. Then we go for this. Okay, so an extra 400 gold, an extra 4 gems. Right, so Octavia can get pretty close to Clavius. We need a lot more. What else can we do? So if we go back to this, let's do some trading. I think we can let our gems go, that's fine. We have a good supply of crystal too. Okay, so now we pick up Uland. Uland is going to take all of these units. And he's going to go down. He's going to make contact. Yeah, make contact with Clavius, because Clavius can go further. Alright, so let's decide what do we need. So let's fuse these together. Move these across. And that should be enough. So Clavius goes to the west. Octavia comes up. I can't be the only one who does this, like, everything's going fine, and then I forget one tiny thing, like the Citadel requirement for a building I never build. Okay, so Octavia now can't get back to the base, which means we need to buy at least one more hero. But after that, I think we're done. So what do we need? I think we do take the Dendroid soldiers. I think we don't need 28 skeletons. I think maybe we get more use out of Silver Pegasus, not really sure. Yeah, I think we go for that. We're going to take these spells just in case. Then we're going to go just that little bit closer to the town. Now we need to pick up another hero, and in order to do that, we either need to tuck someone into a town or let someone go. Don't think we can tuck anyone into any towns at this point. Yep, so either Oris or Uland has to go. Doesn't really make a difference which. I think we let Oris go. I wish I could sell her for money, but I can't. I think I should still be able to get 2,500 by doing some more trading. I think we can let some sulfur go. Okay, we want to try and save some mercury ideally. but maybe beggars shouldn't be choosers. We can afford to get rid of some gems. And we can afford to get rid of some crystal. Okay, so then going back to this base, we have a choice between Ivor and Broghild. Ivor will have more movement points. So Ivor is going to go up, pick up all of the units, pick up all the artifacts, and bring them back. We need to, I think, let Ullin go as well, though, because I'm not sure I can get back in the base. Oh, I can, okay. But I can't trade between them because this is not Horn of the Abyss. This is such a headache. Alright, so Uland has to go too. This has become a really costly mistake, but I'm hoping that I'll make up for it by still getting that extra devil growth this turn. And doing it as stylishly as I can. Alright, so we take all of this stuff. What can we give up? I think 20 Harpy Hags more useful than one of these. And at this point, we're actually benefiting from leadership quite a bit. Oh, I forgot about the target of the Rampaging Ogre, so we really didn't need the shield. Okay, so we've got our fodder, our ammo cart, we've got lots of units. We can buff our creatures as much as we like. The thing we can't do is, unfortunately, we just cannot actually do anything to the magic elementals directly with the magic, of course. So, not nice, but I really want to get this thing this turn. Those losses are surprisingly okay. 4 stacks. I think again maybe haste. So I've got to decide which of these stacks I absorb retail with, and I think Dendroid Soldiers is really obviously the answer. Now we wait. They are the slowest creatures on the field. They can't get morale. Okay, so Dendroid Soldiers move first. So we can bind them in place. We could actually bind one in place and attack another. Which means our next fastest creatures move first, which is not them. Manticores can absorb the retail. That might work. So if I go for these, will they kill me in response? I don't think so. Yeah, I feel like that makes sense. We're gonna go for these. Okay, then these guys are free to attack, so let's weaken these. Get morale, we can weaken them some more. These guys then attack them. They kill 2 off. We can keep attacking. So perhaps the Ifrit should go for a different stag. See how much we do. Not that much. So 3 kills on these, we're going to do 215 to 360 damage, so that's about 285. Going to kill about 4 of them. So it's kind of overkill if we go for these. These guys are going to do actually a very similar amount. Obviously the Ifrit take the retail better. I think I go for this. Then I can weaken these. Then we attack. We don't kill them off, but we do enough that I think that's okay. So, next thing to decide is, do we just go all out on this stack? Maybe. We do get to move all our units first. So, other options, I think we probably go Bless. Yeah, let's go Bless. So if I go for this attack, I will get 5 kills. They will not be able to kill me in response. These guys are stuck in place. This should be fine. Let's go for these again. I'm not worried about losing the Dendroid, it doesn't matter. Okay, we defend with this, they get killed off. These guys are going to go for this stack, which doesn't matter at all. And the good thing about this is all of these units will be helpful as defenders. We will get to keep them. So all things considered... Oh, and we get Earth Magic too. So at least we end on a high note. Now this is slightly more complicated, or in fact, less complicated, but we still need to think about it. Devils, I think, maybe can get across in one turn, so just to be absolutely safe, let's sacrifice our Evil Eyes. Yeah, so they're going to have 12 speed. I think. I'm going to check this. Yeah, they'll have 12 speed, which I think is probably just enough to get across on round 1. So yeah, if we take a loss to the Evil Eyes or the Harpy Hags, that's fine. Alright, so they're going to come forward, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Could actually haste. I can't really see that, but I think they can't actually make it, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to send these forward as bait. Okay, so as the attacker, my Ifrit will get to go before them. Yeah, okay, so we defend. They do come forward, they take the bait, and we can go for the attack. If I magic arrow them first. So 288 damage is not going to kill them off. I do get to go pretty soon next round, but just to be absolutely safe, let's go for the magic arrow. And let's finish them off. I think, yeah, we do finish them off. Okay, so with this being Shadow of Death, we could even trade just to pick up that devil before it gets wiped out. Which is costly, but if we assume that the late game for this is a big stack of devils, it makes sense to just try and get every devil we possibly can. So we need to get ourselves 2600 gold. And that's it. Probably doable. Maybe doable. We'd probably have to let some mercury go. 2600. I'm gonna go for it because I've come this far. We have lots of ore and lots of wood. This is fine. Okay, so for all that, we get our devil. It was expensive, but bear in mind, start of next turn, we're going to get an extra devil from the Forsaken Palace, and we do now have +1 growth in this town too, so that's 3 archdevils per week from this town. Late game, long term, we can get more devils from this, +3 devils from each town each week. It's doable, and in the next episode we could even start farming some of these into demons, so it's not wasted gold. Ayden actually has a pretty strong force now. We don't even need necessarily need to go for the castle gate just yet. It's no longer urgent. We can start moving in this direction. I don't want to fight those. Let's just jump through. So that takes us to here, which does give us access to Cinder Spire, also access to the Gold Golems, 2 extra Pandora's boxes. If we fancy going for that, that's obviously going to make Ayden a lot better, but we are giving these guys time to build up, so some decisions to be made. I'm not sure if I'm satisfied with that, because I had a fantastic plan to chain all these units all the way back. I really just, what can I say, I completely forgot that we need a citadel to get a castle gate. I never build the castle gate. I was looking forward to it. I still am. We're going to have 3 castle gates. It's going to cost us 30,000 in total. Of course, we could just, like, go for Town Portal instead, like, really go all out, just try and get as many level 4 mage guilds as possible. I don't want to do that though. I like the idea of getting castle gates. I think it's more fun, if nothing else. We want to try and show off Inferno as much as we can. We've already showed off most of their units. We haven't showed off demon farming. We haven't showed off the castle gate, and I hope we'll get to do both, potentially in the next episode. That's going to be all for now. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that the occasional screw-up does make it more entertaining, if nothing else. And I'll see you next time.